Ever seen a triplex do a burnout? Got a thumbprint right there. Ew. 1 second. That is so much better. Clean trains are happy trains. As if this engine wasn't already scary enough, it glows in the dark. It's time for the whistle battle. Lionel Legacy Vision Line Triplex versus MTH Premier Triplex. This is easily the biggest Halloween engine ever made. Didn't I already make a triplex video? Welcome back, folks! Hope you're having a great week. Model train history has been made. Lionel has built an O-scale triplex steam locomotive. Is this based on the MTH model? I will let you debate that on the many threads of the interwebs. This one is a little different because this is the spooky version that Lionel designed. I already own the eerie version with this MTH Premier model, so I sprung for something bizarre. It's kind of what we do here. This is easily the biggest fantasy engine in my collection, and it is packed with all the cool Vision Line features that push the boundaries of O-gauge model trains. Let's take a closer look at this train, shall we? Sit back, relax, and enjoy. I snagged this engine from my friends at Trainworld.com. As of the making of this video, there are a limited number left in stock, so if you are serious about getting one, I would go for it now. Otherwise, these are going to sell out, and we are left with the eBay listings, which will feature prices that are way scarier than this engine.
I have collected all the gold I wish.
I've said this before, but there is a debate on how to properly pronounce the name of this loco. Some argue that I should say Triplex, like the Triforce in The Legend of Zelda. Others argue that I should say Triplex, like triplets. Listen, I'm just going to put the hammer down for you all and let you know that I'm going to call it the Triplex for the remainder of this video. And I'm also going to attempt to use its name as little as possible to avoid the shame that will certainly come my way. Quick refresher on the history of this engine. The real locomotive was built in 1914, was short-lived, and only used by two railroads, the Erie and the Virginian. We typically think of that blue or black Erie version. The version you see right now is one of the more prototypical-looking Erie versions made by MTH as part of their Premier line. Our scary Vision Line Triplex that we're looking at tonight is a one-of-a-kind. Couple of little Easter eggs on this locomotive. You'll notice the cab number is 3131 for Halloween, October 31st. You'll also notice on the tender that this is the Erie version. Not the Erie version, but the Erie version. Get it? I love dad jokes. I'm a dad myself. What can I say? The detailing on this locomotive is second to none, which is what we'd expect from a Vision Line model. And being the Halloween version, it has lots of little Halloween elements to it. Orange accents all over the engine, and little graphics of bats and ghosts and things all over it. It is one awesome Halloween train. I'd argue to say it is the ultimate Halloween train. This is easily the biggest Halloween engine ever made. The engine contains 28 wheels, broken up into a 2-8-8-8-2 arrangement. Did I say that right? That stuff always confuses me. You will also notice 3 sets of cylinders. The first 2 are similar to the articulated engines that we love to run, such as the Union Pacific Big Boy and the C&O Allegheny. The third set is under the tender and is used to drive those wheels. Steam from this third set of cylinders was exhausted through a separate stack on the back of the tender, which we're looking at right here. Both Lionel and MTH feature operating smoke effects on the rear stack, so we've seen this before. How does this locomotive stack up to the MTH version? Detail-wise, these locomotives are very similar, with all of the little pieces and details that are on them. Typical things that you would see, like the separately applied components. Just really cool looking engines. Got a thumbprint right there. Ew. 1 second. Ah, that is so much better. Clean trains are happy trains. Let's break down the features of this Lionel Vision Line model. This locomotive has 3 operating smoke units. The first is the main stack, which is pretty standard. The second is the whistle steam port. And the third is the tender stack, which we already saw. This model also features the swinging bell. In my opinion, the swinging bell is one of the most underrated features. Here's our swinging bell. Even has that scary tone, for whom the bell tolls. The way this works is magic. Yeah, kinda. There's a little magnet under the boiler that's synchronized with the sound of the bell. The sounds on this model are unique because it is Halloween themed. So you have the scary sounds of the conductor, which almost sounds like a mad scientist, and his assistant.
I do not wish to wait any longer.
Patience, my master.
What is happening right now? And then you have all of these little accent effects that give it that Halloween scary ambience. These little sound effects. Very creepy. This engine is unhinged. There are 2 really unique features to this particular model, but before I get into those, let's go through the whistles. Let's check out the whistles on this Lionel Vision Line Legacy locomotive. It comes with 5 different whistles that you can choose from. Here's the default. And you can toggle through a couple of different ones. New York Central, Norfolk and Western, this is one of my favorite ones. It's very thematic for the engine. We can't go through all these whistles without comparing this default triplex whistle to the MTH version. It's time for the whistle battle. Lionel Legacy Vision Line Triplex versus MTH Premier Triplex. It's a lot of smoke. I'm going to be using the default whistle on the Lionel Vision Line against the default whistle, or the only whistle, on the MTH Premier. Let's go. It's pretty good. An MTH. Lionel. MTH. Let me know, who won the whistle battle? Lionel Triplex or MTH Triplex? Leave me a comment. And now for the 2 new features. The first one is wheel slip. Ever seen a triplex do a burnout? Real locomotives sometimes fail to get traction on the rails. Lionel developed and added a feature to this Vision Line Triplex to simulate this effect. To create the effect, I like to set the train brake, increase throttle, and release the brake quickly. This causes the wheels on the tender to slip, thus creating the effect. The wheels under the tender have no traction tires, obviously. This is a first for Lionel and for O-Gauge. Oh, to be a collector in 2024. The final feature, as if this engine wasn't already scary enough, it glows in the dark. Only the Halloween version that we're showing tonight glows in the dark. So if you bought the traditional, prototypical looking eerie versions, I'm sorry, your train doesn't glow in the dark. Let's run this train for a couple of laps and check it out running around the layout. So what are your thoughts on the Lionel Vision Line Triplex? Love it? Hate it? No opinion? Let me know. As always, a huge thank you to all of my subscribers and everyone who's been supporting this channel. My name is Chris, and this is RBP Trains. We'll see you next time.